so fuck it.
Oh, okay, okay, I feel you. Yeah, the shit
There's
coin.
another one going right now that's pretty nice. Before a couple like 2 weeks ago, it's Pepe that went off, right? But
Yeah, I know.
nah, that shit pretty flatline. It didn't take it or run. It's still there. This shit just
Nah,
consolidate like a motherfucker.
it's about to run.
Right, Pepe, right?
Yep. Hmm.
Yeah, it is. It is about to run.
Yeah, it's about to
But I'm
run.
not in and out, daughter. You know me, Kim. Like I said, I'm getting them telegrams. Like with this, like with most of them, I try to be the first. With Pepe, I was like first 150 people in,
Mm-hmm.
and by that shit got to by the time that shit got to 1,500, I was out. I was out. And there's this other one called Diamond Hands right now. It's pretty good. It's holding up right now too.
Diamond hands.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I already 150% on that one, but I'm about to get out because bitch called me yesterday. I can't let a bitch catch me
Catch me
again.
again. Yeah, listen, man, that's the only thing with those.
She's
As long
like,
as
I didn't know what that. He pulled it.
you, he
I
put,
didn't know.
he's in
And
here
then
right
5 minutes
now.
later, I worked on another project.
I was
I'm like,
like,
bitch, what is it?
I was like, I thought you had no idea what you was doing. You clearly had an idea what you was doing. You just never
Right,
did it
right,
with
right.
this type of coin before, but it doesn't even matter. You knew exactly what the hell she knew damn well what she was doing.
Um, it seemed like Spy about to run yesterday. It kept testing that. What was it? 41150.
Yeah, I was seeing if it's gonna reject. It's right by Caleb's zone rejection. I was thinking of playing a put at like 412. If it got up to 412, catching a put.
Before FOMC, you playing shit?
Yeah, I'm gonna play the not the day of. Tomorrow's the actual decision day, so I'll probably relax tomorrow for FOMC decision. But today I may make a trade, and then I'm gonna chill tomorrow, and then go back in on Friday after the decision.
Oh, for FOMC decision out on Wednesday?
Yeah, so Wednesday tomorrow.
Today's Wednesday. What's going on, trappers?
No, I
What's
mean, what the
going
fuck?
on?
What's coming up? Why is it coming up as tomorrow on my calendar?
I don't know, but today is Wednesday, my boy. Come up to the
Oh
FOMC
shit,
today.
it's
I want
today.
to talk today.
Damn, man. And Apple comes tomorrow. Apple must be coming tomorrow.
Apple's tomorrow, right,
Okay,
right.
Apple's trading tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for the members to talk, and then I might see if I want to. Well, nah, not even that. I'm gonna wait for. I'm gonna just wait. I'm gonna just chill today. Cause the last 2 days was fucking roller coaster, but I survived. Thank God.
Bruh, yesterday was rough. I made it through though.
Straight up, my trades yesterday lasted like 6 hours, bro.
Bro, I played a call
Oh
yesterday.
man.
Oh my god, that was the
Right.
longest call I had to
So
sit in my
it's six
life.
hours of my stomach boiling and shit.
Bruh, that call had me going to the bathroom 3, 4 times,
Man, if you
boy.
play if you played Spy yesterday, you would have been good.
I played Spy the past 2 days, but guess what? I played the Spy call yesterday.
I played
Oh
spy
my
call. I played spy
god.
call yesterday. Yeah, that's what I did.
Oh,
I
that
was
play
about to pull.
is not the
Let me
boy.
ask you something. What caused that ridiculous pullback yesterday? Was it the Jolts report or?
Yeah, yeah, the
Okay,
jolts.
all right. But since when we care about the Jolts that much?
Since we're trying to figure out if
Fucking
Fed's are
crazy.
gonna, since it has a big impact on Fed's decision, because it had a big impact on
Which
Fed
member talk?
decision.
Which member talk? JP today.
Yeah, JP gonna talk today.
Oh, the big member.
Yeah, he always on after the Fed on the Fed interest rate hike decision day. He always doing that talk.
He always talk. They'll send that when they send the big one.
Yeah, they send the big boys in.
Oh my god. Hey, I ain't gonna lie though. I've been on the road for the past couple of days. I don't know what's been going on. I just been pressing the levels and been going in, bro.
Straight up.
With
Mother.
my Robinhood, I did a little small account, like little. I invested $100, like
Okay,
earlier this week. I'm up 800 right now.
let's
My account is
go,
at
boy.
my account is at 900 right now, man.
That's that trade you made.
Over 200% calls lately, man.
Okay.
Like right now, I got lows. I had lows since earlier this week, and it now it's on the run. Like I'm up 145% right now.
What you had? Got a call? What you getting?
A call. I had a
On
two call
lows?
call of lows.
Oh yeah, I don't even be looking at low.
I
You
had
said,
lows and
Mike, you said you looking for a put?
Nah, I'm just watching the levels today. I'm just looking to see what's about to happen. Honestly, I'm trying to see how things are gonna play out. Right now, the momentum is coming to the.
Apple above 170.50. I already know Spy gonna push up.
Yeah, Apple's been pushing. Apple's pushing today. That's what makes me feel like Spy's gonna push.
Oh, and don't sleep on this stock right here too. Top Financial Group.
What is that?
It's let's see. It's a holding company which engaged in the provision of the future brokerage of the financial service through a trading platform. That shit was going crazy since last week. I jumped in late when it was around like $107.
Oh, is it a stock? What's the symbol?
It's a stock. TOP.
TOP.
Yeah. And it was up like $107 last week. I jumped in around like $70 this week. Now that shit is up like $28.
Hey, but check this out. It's so funny you said this shit was around 100 something last week. I spoke to some cracker that worked at a hedge fund, right? He said this shit kind of slow. They'll purposely look for something that's going into $80 to push it to 100 just to short it at 100. They do that all the time.
That shit was shorted. It was a hold on it last week. It was on that shit. It was TOP, and it was another one too. That was going crazy last week. I think it was TCJH.
Now that shit was up at 100 last week, but that shit down at 83, and it said it's up fucking 56% right now. What that shit?
I read.
Volatile than a motherfucker.
Okay.
2.73 billion.
Hold on. A couple weeks ago, that shit was at 260. Last week it was at $260. What is it? A new? No, it's not.
It's a new point. Like
it's a new. It came out. It probably came out through spec. Cause there ain't no way. I know it's an OTC, so you gotta watch it.
That came out in May of 22. I ain't touching that.
Right. That's what I said. It's a spec, so you gotta watch that bitch.
I'm not touching. That's what I'm seeing now. Son, boss, you want to be careful. Don't get into too heavy gamble plays, because then you just rolling dice. It just comes gambling. Then at that point.
Yeah, I already know. That's why I be watching those shits. I put alerts on them.
If you gonna gamble, you might as well put your money on the heat.
Don't listen to that guy. Don't listen to that guy.
Every time I put my money on the heat, why Lord?
Yep, I believe you. I believe you.
Oh, them niggas on and off, boy.
For sure.
Like Amazon, I got a call yesterday from it, because a couple days ago I had got that 110 fucking call, right? It was up. I should have took profit. I left it. I said, man, it's fun to go up. Yeah, right. It dipped on me. I bought a couple coins to edge. I'm still down 38%, but I got on another call, a 104 call when it dipped. And so now that shit up 155%.
We planned well for retirement, but I wish we had more cash.
And I'm still waiting on the 110 calls. That's down 35%.
Today I'm taking my time. Last 2 days I got into a position that I had to average down on. So you know how painstaking that shit be.
Yeah, and you gotta jump in and average down. Like, damn, I didn't want to do it.
Yeah, but I ended up winning on both days, so it was cool. But that's not the type of win I want. I want my place to be within 30 minutes, so I can continue with the rest of my fucking day. I don't need to be holding my stomach on my fucking laptop and phone for about motherfucking 5-6 hours.
Right? Every time you hear a little bling, you taking the phone like, damn, what's going on?
Man, what's happening? Damn, what happened here? Damn, what happened? What's going on?
That be me. Yeah. That be me, boy. When you know you ain't trust
that trick, you know you gotta check it.
Every 30 seconds, you eyeing that thing.
I mean, that's why I watch it every day now. Now I'm only trying to get into maybe 2-3 trades a week, and they gotta be the best things. I gotta have at least 5 indicators making me feel good about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Cause if you hit 2 or 3 big ones, you good, man. That's all it takes. If you hit 2 or 3 nice trades over 30%, that's 100% gain for the week. You get 30% trades.
In total on the week right now, I'm up about 84% on the week.
Exactly,
So
man.
I'm good.
You
Shit,
got.
I'll be good for the week right now.
I was gonna say you be good for the week right now as it stands.
Yeah, just like me. I'm good for the week, boy. I made my bread.
Right. When I peep, some of the best trades is not trading.
Yeah.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? You gotta be patient. Look for really good shit. So sometimes not trading is a good move in itself.
It's been like yesterday. I was not supposed to trade yesterday, but I did. I still ended up getting a lucky play, but after that, that was the only play left.
Yeah, stay
That was
away.
it. You knew to stay off.
Yeah, because I'm like, damn, kid. I'm like, Spire was the only thing that did.
Don't
Nobody
play with
did
it. Don't
nothing.
play with it.
Everybody.
Don't play with it.
Don't
Don't play
play
with
with
it.
it.
Nah, shit was just style with it after that, bro.
Hey, I'm looking for spy call here. I might jump in a spy call and try to see if I can ride up to 413.85. I'm looking at the action. I like the action of Apple right now. That's why, because Apple broke above a level, it's going to find support at Microsoft. I don't like the action of Microsoft though. Microsoft is struggling. And
I wanted to
Google's
take a call
pushing.
when I seen it pushing past that 411.50, but I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna wait for JP.
United Health is struggling a little bit. UNH.
Said Microsoft. Yeah, I don't trust Microsoft too. I'm looking at the chart now.
Nah, they just ran so crazy recently that Microsoft went on one hell of a run.
It hit 300. What is that now?
Microsoft,
Is
yeah,
that 305?
that's what I'm saying. It had a hell of a run. It's gonna have some kind of pullback, but producing one hell of a bottom wick right now on the 15, like it's getting ready to. This is it for this kind of pullback. It's getting ready to push up again. May get up to 307 today, 308, 30.
Who has a bigger market cap? Microsoft or Apple?
Apple, I believe.
No, I don't. You about to say so? I do.
2.26 trillion for Microsoft.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, they got about 500 billion on it.
Yeah,
But I
2
like
point.
Microsoft for the future probably more than Apple.
Apple might run today too.
Microsoft is this Mr. Slow and Steady player. Apple will give you skyrocket moves here and there.
I really don't believe in Apple for the future. 70% of their money come from these little phones, and they competition about to get up.
Apple's going into
I
healthcare,
don't
man.
like they whole pivot to the health
The
sector.
healthcare industry. That's where they're going. You already know that's the industry they're pushing into.
The health sector, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't believe in it. Microsoft, as opposed to Microsoft, they've been number one with software for a long time. It seems like they're about to pick up again.
Yeah, Microsoft kills software all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They just need to get better with their hardware. Their hardware is ass. From their gamings, their phone.
Yeah, it is.
Xbox is ass.
That's where Apple beats them out on.
I had Xbox, and I was a big fan of Xbox. That was my like after I would say PS2, I got on the Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox was my thing. I was Xbox man. You
I
crazy?
pay for everything. That's the only thing I ain't like.
Don't listen to this PlayStation guy. Xbox is way better than PlayStation.
The UK usually recently blocked Microsoft from buying Activision.
Yeah, I know. But Microsoft
But the
is.
fact that they even went for it kind of give me confidence.
Alright, y'all. I jumped in some light calls. I jumped in some light calls here. Some 422 calls.
Pre-JP, you a stunner.
You gotta get in pre. You gotta get in. You gotta get in pre JP. Cause when JP start talking, that's it. The market, you know, that shit. Yeah. Just a quick scalp. I'm just trying to scalp this thing real quick. You know.
Buying them little 0 days, they be trying to force you to it, man. Cause you go to the 0 day, the premium's so low. You go to the very next day, that premium about twice, 3 times.
3 times as high.
I know you want me to thug it out on your shit. Right? I got a couple errands to run. I'm about to get off this shit and go run on my way for JP to talk, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop. I'm just on the live for right now. I want to do some charting and see my levels and then go over some news, and then I'm gonna hop off. I'll probably come back on later for when he's about to speak.
For sure.
All right, yo.
I'm just trying to cash out some of my positions, boy. Soon as I cash out some of my position, I can look for something later, boy. I got a couple of appointments right now.
Let's see what Fed Powell gonna say, man. I think they're gonna raise the interest rate.
Ford had earnings today, and Ford beat earnings, and it barely moved.
That's what I've been saying. Companies been beating earnings, and they ain't been really moving too crazy. So, and the market hasn't really moved too crazy. It's actually been pretty stable around that 415. It won't break above that, even with all these new earning beats. You would think that it would be pushing up more, but it hasn't been. I think Apple will be the one to push it if it's gonna push.
Give me a new high for the day, man, so I can clock out. Right. Touch that 210 again, man. Let me touch that 210 again, I'm out. Cash my low 200%, I'm out.
Oh, I'm out of here. Got a little rejection in this Caleb zone here. Let's see what happens. Gotta watch it. Yeah. Got a rejection in the Caleb zone. I'm looking for 413.85. If we break out this Caleb zone, we get to 413. If we break into 413, we should be able to get to 413.85. And that's why I'm gonna get out my call at. I'll get out my call right around 413.80. And be good right there.
Yeah. We got a little pullback right now, waiting on the next candle to see what it do.
Yeah, the 10 o'clock traders jumping in right now, so you know, every time 10 o'clock hits, it's always a shift. It could be a good shift or a bad shift. Sometimes that shit makes a reversal happen, and that shit start going down. Or sometimes, but that's only usually when there's an announcement or report that also comes out at 10. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there ain't no report that comes out at 10, so. Let me see something. Because I think we're going to push before FOMC, and then joint FOMC is going to do a whole bunch of crazy shit. I think they're going to try to give us a nice cushion to pull back on joint FOMC. If we get up to like 414, 415, joint FOMC, that gives us a good $5 range where we could pull down and it'll still be at 410. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that, yeah, you know, I could see that happening. Apple's coming closer to its little resistance area, so that's why Apple's slowing down. But Apple was taking off this morning. Apple could go, if it breaks 171, Apple 171.50, Apple could run to 176. That's the next level I have for Apple right there.
I don't want too much trade Apple, but I'm going to start messing with it though. I see Apple like be having some plays.
Yeah, I don't mess with Apple. Apple acts funny sometimes, man. You gotta be careful with them.
Yeah, you do.
Like right now, in this crazy opens, they open crazy with strong volume. Yeah, I'm not gonna fall for this pullback. This could be a little pump fake out. It's not really too high volume compared to the candlesticks that were going up. Yeah, this volume is still light. This first 5 minutes. Let's see what the 10 o'clock traders come in doing. You know, a lot of people come in, they open up their accounts 10 o'clock, they start taking profits from their trades and all that kind of stuff. and then they get repositioned. So you gotta give it to like 10:30 to really see what direction the market is trying to go in pre-decision at least. So by 10:30 we should know. And I could either increase my position or I could grab a hedge in the opposite direction if we start pulling back.
Damn, that's crazy. I made more money on Robinhood than on Equal. Now I gotta the money I made on Robinhood, I gotta transfer to Equal.
Try and decide if I want if I want to buy another call right here before we take off. If we going,
Oh man,
I feel like we about to
that's
put.
what I was thinking with Lowe's too this morning when I jumped on Robinhood. I see that shit was like it was on the way up, but it was at $28. I was like,
Mhm.
man, should I put more calls? Because I already got 5 calls.
Right.
I should have bought another 5. Because I'm already up like 140%. So imagine I'll put another 5 calls.
Right.
Oh man, I'd have been done for real for this. I'd have been done with my money right now, man. I would have been at a cool 600 at one trade.
Yeah, if this joint get up to 413, I should be okay. Gets above 413, I'll be okay for the day. Cause I got a far out contract, so you know those premiums are low, but when it moves from $12 to $14, that's a big percentage increase.
Yeah, it is.
So really, I don't need that much of a movement. That's why I just need this joint to go from like 12, 15. I'll be good. I'll be good right there. Let me see though. Let's go over the heat map. The heat map it was all red this morning. It's turning greenish now. The euro's gaining its strength back on the dollar. I'm telling you, the dollar's gonna start getting weaker. They're trying to weaken it bad. Oh shit! Hold on. Let me put the space out there.
There you go, Lose. Let's go.
That been taking off.
Well, that shit worth 92 cents right now, man. Imagine I bought another 5 freaking contract at $28.
Oh, you caught them at 28? Nice.
Nah, I bought them. I averaged down to like 34 because those were worth like what 50.
Mhm.
I bought it down to like 34 because now I was saying like if I would have bought another 5 when I seen it when the market opened at 28, man, them shit's worth 95. You feel me? Like it would have been a bigger percentage.
Right.
Fuck, man. I hate when shit like that happen. You be like, damn, should I? Damn, I don't want to get like, you know how you don't want to mess up.
Right.
Then that shit start dipping on you now. You don't
Nice.
down for no reason.
Mhm. Yep. You don't want to get caught trying to catch the falling knife.
Right? And now be sharp, boy.
Yeah, that should cut your hands up, Wayne. Be careful.
You seen the new reverse ATM that they got?
Nah.
Well, if you don't got a bank account, or you know what I'm saying, no, like this, yeah, you don't got no bank account, you're looking for a card as an ATM, you can go to, you deposit your money and they give you a debit card, a prepaid debit card.
Oh, for real? So they got machine. Oh man, like, scammers gonna love that.
Money out the street.
Scammers gonna love that.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be easy, boy.
I could just throw this on the prepaid real quick. Damn, Apple hitting a crazy reversal right now. Crazy rejection right now on Apple. Of course.
Oh, wow. It's like Amazon. I gotta go.
Steve, thank you. Steve Leisman. Appreciate it. Let's continue the conversation with Trivariate Research founder and
Oh,
CEO
Amazon
Parker,
dipping right now,
who's
boy.
here
I
at
gotta
Plus
go.
Nine and has been a little more cautious
Hold on, let
on
me
the
check
market, right?
my
You
chart
what,
first
went to
before I do
neutral
that.
on stocks?
Well, I mean, I think the banking crisis is probably bad for loan growth. Tightened financial conditions aren't great. But, I think most of the conversations I've had with investors recently have been, what am I missing?
All
Why
right,
is the market
there.
so
Oh, yeah, the
resilient?
sell order came in. I gotta go.
Case besides something around positioning.
Gotta respect the sell order.
And so I think a lot of us are trying to, create a belief that we could be 10%.
That's one thing I don't play with, boy. When that sell order come in, gotta.
A lot of people on GPM
Get up out of there.
conversation around it. But I think if you're investing and you're looking out,
Damn, boy. So I'm gonna have to let this 59% go.
besides positioning and sentiment, I think it's got to be
Well,
positioning. Yeah, that's always the throwaway because I think if you look at valuation,
I might as well let that thing go because I'd rather make more money somewhere
it's
else.
hard to tell a sexy story about U.S. equities. I think that's the challenge. So people are going to say, well, there's a fear of missing out and the flows and all that. But I think there's some logic. I mean, we wrote a big note a few weeks ago about AI, and it's kind of come a little bit to fruition this earnings season where companies are telling you we're starting to see some.
It's an engulfing candle. That's a dare sign.
Type in the chat GPT, give me terms related to AI. We got 15 terms, artificial intelligence.
You heard about Bard AI?
And then we
I heard about it. I haven't used it yet, though.
biggest 200 growth stocks transcripts from this quarter,
You used it already?
sorted by the ones that
No, I
reference
haven't heard.
maybe it's referencing and don't have anything, but
I just heard about it a couple days ago. I'm like, what the hell is that?
and we looked at the performance of the growth universe X AI and AI's beating it, and I think it's real. I think that if you're saying I'm investing in your personal life, you want to not touch it for 5 or 10 years, you definitely.
Because what it is, I feel like they just trying to invade our privacy, man.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to find out everything about you.
Yeah. That's basically what it is.
Of course, I can think of a lot of companies in 1998 that weren't around in 2005. There's the lightning bolt. There's the but I think there's the other side of it. Interesting conversations is, well, what about things that aren't AIable, right? Like I'm still gonna want to travel, and the virtual honeymoon doesn't replace the actual one. I'm still gonna eat, use utilities. You think about what happens in my house when the Wi-Fi is down. Nobody can function. So there's got to be some staple-like things that maybe will create at a higher and higher multiple because they're not AIable. And maybe you have some bimodal distribution of two different types of stocks that are worth 40 times earnings because they're just kind of where the world's heading. So there's some thought out there about maybe not all of this is just people got dovish about the Fed and growth stocks rip because of Fed fund futures. That's some of it for sure. But I think underneath it there's some real things that are happening that are starting to change the probability of outcomes. Look, our job as equity investors is look at a range of outcomes and sort of say what's in the price and is it dislocated. So I know the popular press can say, well, it's all short sellers, but I don't know if I'm a short seller. Yeah, I'm looking at distribution of outcomes where banks can go down a lot. I'm going to short some of those.
Let's see if we get another pullback day like yesterday, man. That would be beautiful. I'm in the put now.
Alpha generation, the last month.
I get it.
I think it's
So that engulfing candlestick was ugly.
There's another group on the AI front. You mentioned those that.
Ugly.
Yeah. Burn, nigga, burn.
Because, like I said, it looked like it was going good this morning, like heavy volume to the upside, but now this last candlestick just gave some heavy downside volume.
So that one's a little bit of a weird one, right? So
You know what I noticed too on the candlesticks? Whatever the candlesticks first starts off as, in like the first 2 minutes of it, it usually reverses that when the other side of the volume starts coming in. So if you start off with a lot of buy orders flowing in at first, that means none of the sales are in. Sometimes, a lot of the times, the sell orders just start flooding in after. Flooding in. And the same thing reverse. If you start off a candlestick with a whole bunch of sell orders, sometimes it's too good to be true. Like 200,000, 100,000 sales, no buys. Like, the buys are about to start coming. So, right now we got 50,000 buys, 0 sales on this candlestick. So I'm like, all right. We produced some high wicks on these first 2 candlesticks, so it tried to push. But we got this Caleb zone at 412.08 that is having a hard time getting through. So, and then I got my level at 411.53. If we close below 411.53 this candlestick, then we should be able to push down to 410.66.
Everybody trying to see 420.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody want calls.
Where did we floor out yesterday? We floored out at 408. If we could go back down to 408 today, That would be beautiful.
But I think tomorrow we got
But I don't know.
Evaluate.
lower economic growth. Let's see what happens. Right. So
All we need is Apple to keep falling. Apple needs to fall. Apple took a nice jump this morning. It needs to just keep pulling back.
Regional banks are still making new lows.
Sure.
yeah, I mean, banks have never been a sustained outperformer since the financial crisis. They weren't right before that. Banks aren't great businesses. I mean, so I don't, underneath that, like, sure. I mean, I think the problem is if nobody can get a non-recourse loan from any regional bank for construction, that's not great for growth. So I think the question is, getting some more,
that's where we may be headed.
that's the main issue. That's already the
Yes.
case. So I think the question is, what kind of the other thing that nobody talks about, by the way, as somebody who switched from
Let me see what's going on with. Let's go through some of these companies here. Let's look at Airbnb. Airbnb took a big drop. I want to catch Airbnb underneath $100. If I catch Airbnb underneath 100, I'll be happy. Tronics dropping.
for the consumer and the small business.
See Gamma,
So,
level 50.
moving on.
This country.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise just turn into all the European
AMD had a nice pullback this morning. They're trying to push back up from.
Bank in every congressional district.
AMD had a pullback heavy from their earnings, honestly.
this kind of isn't great, and then the board
Yeah.
should be, we get this under control, we get a little bit.
We'll be reporting.
Yeah, I wanted to catch that thing underneath 100, man.
Losses dipping below $70 a barrel.
I wanted to catch that thing down low.
Got the Dow trading in positive territory, up 14 points.
That shit would have been like December of 22. It was at 83.
AMD had a big gap down, boy. If you look on the daily, they could refill that gap back to the upside before rejecting back down again, but I don't know if they're going to do that today.
Yeah, might do that tomorrow.
Yeah, Amazon. Let me see some. Amazon, ARC.
Boosh was our first, which is why we
Because that's it.
real, fresh than frozen food made with the highest quality ingredients I've ever seen.
And be on a bounce though to get back to the upside.
Also, we both
ASML. AstraZeneca.
Like this morning, we got in on the dip. We had like a nice little dollar run.
and we're gonna see
Badu. Bristol Myers weakening. What's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin is struggling.
Tesla up 2% on the day.
What, Tesla? I didn't get down to them yet on my list. I'm scrolling through now. How long do we have to wait yesterday? We didn't have to wait long at all. Yesterday, the market knew what it was doing by 10 o'clock. By 10:30, it knew what it was going. By 10 o'clock, it knew what was going to market. Today, it wants to sit sideways.
Today is scary, bro. It's taking a break.
Today is scary because of the Fed decision later.
It's a delay. They delaying them niggas, man.
It's nice to breathe. Novage, clean nose, healthy life.
There is a lot that goes into becoming a licensed therapist.
2 years of graduate school followed by 2 years of clinical.
Alright, anyway, back to my list. Let me see.
Hours plus of interaction.
Look at Clean Spark, still at 380. Clean Spark holding strong. I like Clean Spark.
You should teach him to ride a bike.
They're an energy company, but they're into Bitcoin mining right now. CLSK. They had $3.70. Me and my boy G been watching them. I want to see them get back to $8.
Staging a bit of a comeback this following what was a very difficult day yesterday.
I think I heard y'all was talking about
to
them.
sort of discuss what we're seeing and why we're seeing it.
The why is the big question mark here, David, but you're right. There is a bit of relief for regionals this morning after yesterday's biggest slump.
All time high was like what, $5?
West, which led the
Nah, it
industry to
wasn't.
downside yesterday.
Of course. Now the market wants to take off crazy. Now it wants to start pushing back up. Like, what the fuck? Alright. Man, I should have made a whole engulfing candle previously. I should have known it was lesser volume though. It was on lesser volume.
is.
long bets created in each short sale. That's noteworthy for ETFs in particular. That figure drops to about 50%, although still 7 percentage points higher than last Tuesday.
This is the Caleb zone right here that is hitting on. Let's see what happens. It's going to produce a higher low, a lower high. Coinbase is down at $50 now. That's a nice. That was a nice fall. Could have played some puts on Coinbase.
I was looking at them too yesterday. I was like, sheesh, I can't get it on the plate.
Insured deposits versus uninsured and profitability challenges, both pressuring names this morning, as is regulatory.
Crocs has been on a little pullback.
And credit concerns amid a late cycle mindset. So all of the
Lucid up 5%.
Yesterday, getting a bit of a bounce this morning, guys.
Gas and energy's been getting smacked. Energy companies been getting smacked, like Chevron, Exxon Mobil, XLE.
Yeah.
Those have been getting smacked up recently. Look at Disney back over underneath 100.
They at war right now. That's why they getting smacked.
They fighting DeSantis right now, man. They throwing hands with DeSantis right now.
Hell yeah.
Ethereum at 1,800. Let's see, we got FedEx. Let's look what FedEx doing. FedEx at 228. FedEx is riding high, man.
Yeah, hey, FedEx is a reliable company.
FedEx has been pushing, bro. FedEx is about. Let me tell you, FedEx is about to push more. You know why? Because UPS. I think UPS workers about to go on strike.
No.
Yeah, so I'm thinking FedEx is going to benefit a lot from them going on strike because all those people are going to start shifting over to FedEx to get their stuff delivered.
So FedEx can get more business.
Huh?
FedEx gonna get more business now.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing it as, something that could turn out that way.
Also, commercial real estate exposure is a key point of this as well, as you mentioned, Sarah.
Leslie, thank you. Leslie Picker. A slew of restaurants reporting results this morning, including Starbucks, Yum Brands, Brinker, Dine Brands. We're going to dig into those results next. And what they tell us about the state of the consumer and the economy.
All right, so FedEx. Let's see, GE still pushing. GE, man, I remember GE was in the 40s, 50s, bro. GE's at $101. I knew GE was too cheap at $50. It used to be one of America's biggest companies, and they make so much stuff.
Yeah, they make so much shit. I was just about to say that. It's like how you was down at $40.
I knew they were too cheap down there. That shit was just racked up. All right, Google.
I think I had that shit as a free stock too for Weibo. Let me see. I should still have it.
Home Depot. Home Depot's okay.
Oh no, it was not them. It was Genworth.
Home Depot's been in a little slump. Home Depot, you could probably catch a good entry on Home Depot. Let me see what level I got at.
Yeah, Home Depot be good too.
You catch him at. If you catch Home Depot at 288, that's a good place to catch him.
Yeah, that's the last time I caught it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
To 300.
Yeah, that's a good place. Yeah, that's a good.
And AT&T will help you find the right wireless plan for you, so you can stay connected to all your drivers and stores on America's most reliable 5G network. That sounds just perfect.
Producing a high wick here. That's what I like to see. What the fuck? Like the whole login process. But let me see.
I never had to log in. I don't know the last time I got logged out.
IBM has been struggling. IIPR, my baby IIPR is struggling. Well, I don't like this. IIPR has been on a struggle.
You said what?
IIPR, the cannabis. Apple Hospitality REIT. I didn't even know Apple has a hospitality REIT. What? Oh, they just happen to be called Apple. That would be crazy. Your company might get attention.
This should be profitable.
IIPR puts out earnings on March 8th.
Half of the patients, that protein that cause it.
Oh, that thing gotta go.
Rick says the company is going to
They put him back, but they got that soda that just came back. Gotta go.
This put needs to be moving more than it's moving for me right now. That thing needs to start jumping. Come on now.
Oh, shit. I thought I said all of them. I only said one. Sell everything.
Sell it all. Yeah, it did that to me before. I thought I sold it all. I only sold one. I was like, oh shit. IRBO. That robotics, the robotics and AI ETF, IRBO is down at $28. I actually like them underneath 30. I wanted to catch them underneath 30. This actually may be a decent price level for me to catch them at.
Yeah.
Let me put some levels on them real quick.
It sounds good.
Robotics and artificial intelligence ETF. I'll tell you what companies are in it right now. Because when you look at the ETF, the name sounds good. Sometimes you gotta see the companies that they actually hold. Because oh yeah, nah, you gotta own some ETFs, brother. The single stocks is cool, but the single stocks is also very high risk. The ETFs is something that you want to hold more for your long-term portfolio. Like you could trade the single stock names, the individual stock names. But it's better to hold the ETS as a long term.
Like there's a lot. Yeah, I gotta start owning some stocks because they got a lot of stocks that like I don't trade, but I don't have, like I don't own.
Right, but you know it would be good to own.
Like Neo, Ford, you know, like shit like that.
Yeah, you wouldn't mind owning those. So those are the ones you want to have in the long term.
Like AMC. It's just like that, but AMC, I've been AMC though.
AMC was wild.
For the past couple of years, but AMC been
AMCing.
I don't know what's going on with them, boy.
Off at therealreal.com. Terms apply. Your shipping manager left to find themselves, leaving you lost. You need to hire.
Putting some levels in on this ETF real quick. So what I look for in levels are areas of consolidation. Anywhere where the price ranges in a small range for a couple of days, it's creating levels around there. And any place where you see multiple candlesticks touch multiple times, like this line right here, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 touches on this line right here. So that's another level right there. So you identify them usually where the peaks and valleys are, where they occur multiple times. So right here, this is a long peak, long valley. So I know that's a level. This is a long peak and then push much higher than this in this time frame before coming back down. So that's another level. So that's how I identify levels on different time frame charts.
Okay. And I like how Weibo now, when you look at the chart, they give you like a little indicator where if the stock was like long time bearish, mid bearish.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah, I remember when they started doing that. I like that. I was like, okay. But you gotta be looking at it on like the.
What's the next direction of the stock?
Right. You got to see those though. You gotta look at the daily chart or the weekly chart. That's where you'll see most of those indicators pop up.
Yeah. That's how we looking.
Sheesh. Look at Eli Lilly, man. Look at my baby Eli Lilly. Yo, if you go into my Discord and you go into the long-term investment tab on my Discord, those are all the companies I believe you should have long-term investments in. So if you're looking to start up a long-term position, just look at those companies I got listed in there, pick one of those and start rocking with it. Because all the companies I have in there, and I put these companies in there when I first started the Discord. All those companies are way up from where they were when I first started the Discord, bro. I look back at some of the prices. I was like, damn, look at this. This is what it was selling at when I first talked about this stock. Like Eli Lilly, I was probably talking about telling people about Eli Lilly back when it was like $320, low high 200s, and it's at 420 now. 421 is Eli Lilly.
Damn, that shit double up.
Yeah, it took off because they have a drug coming out that lowers your chance of getting Alzheimer's by 35%. So people who have Alzheimer's that run in their family and all that, they're going to be starting to get starting to take this to prevent themselves from getting Alzheimer's in the future. So they said at 30, it's proven 35%. I said okay, and they're going for FDA approval, which is gonna go through because they're talking about it so much on the news that they don't talk about no drug this much unless it's gonna get approved. So that drug is about to get approved, and once that gets approved, that's an Alzheimer's treatment. It's probably the best Alzheimer's treatment on the market. Everybody's gonna want to use that has Alzheimer's. So yeah, just off of that announcement alone, they went up 10%. So yeah, so I want to get in.
When the drug is actually out.
Right, in the streets and in the market, exactly. So that's what I'm looking at with Eli Lilly. I like them for that. Yeah. Then who we got? Lockheed Martin. Lockheed Martin is okay. LVMH. Damn, I wish I got. You know what, LVMH? I still looked expensive during the pandemic. I remember looking at them during the pandemic too. Like, I wonder if I could buy some LVMH. That shit was still looked expensive to me. It was like $400 and something. But when you look back, it's like, damn, it's $900 now. $400 was cheap.
Yeah, right. Now $400 is cheap.
The thing train at 9. They gotta do a split or something, man. They gotta do a split for me or something, man. Bring that price down. $900 a share. But I guess because on Robinhood you could buy partial shares, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, you can.
I don't know. Is LVMH on Robinhood?
Like, nah, they got some of them that you can't even buy like fraction of shares. You know what I mean? Like they tell you have to get like the whole share.
Oh, it tells you that?
Yeah, I was trying to buy some little shit for like what $2-3, and they told me I have to invest at least the whole share. You feel me? So I'm like, what the fuck? I can't get fraction of the share.
Yeah, LVMH, you can't even buy that thing on Robinhood. I think that's in the OTC market. It's crazy that it's in the OTC market because of how high it trades. Oh shit, let me do that.
Oh wow.
Alright, Spotlight like it's rejecting. Let's go. Just reject all the way up until Poppy Powell speaks, and then I'm good, man. LVMH. Yeah, this is in the OTC market. LVMH, $900 OTC stock. It's probably the most expensive retail company in the world now. Well, the most valuable. Let me say that, the most valuable.
Yeah.
And you know who made it that valuable though? It was our culture, bro. We made Louis. We made all those brands popping, bro. Like, we make all like we're probably a big part of their consumption. Buying Moet, buying Louis.
Anything that's popular now, like, you feel me? It's what you call it? It's us that did it.
Yeah, we help make it popular.
Like with Mercedes, Nike.
Yeah, with Mercedes too, with the Benz, we always rapping about. I don't think we don't get it. Like, yo, we gotta stop doing that shit, giving them free promo. Yeah. We gotta stop all this free promo, man, because they're not cool. We the cool ones. They're not cool. Like, nobody wants to be like they are. Lyft is still struggling. Lyft at $11. I like Uber. I gotta check out Uber. McDonald's has been on a tear. McDonald's has been on a tear, boy. McDonald's is almost at 300. Just on March 13th, they were at like 260. Yeah, that's it. That's what they are, man. You can't sleep on McDonald's, bro. I gotta stop sleeping on McDonald's. McDonald's is a real estate play. That's a real estate play. That's a REIT. That's a REIT play.
Yeah, that's how I feel like that shit is for real.
I believe they pay dividend as well.
Think about it, that shit is at every corner. They don't lose money. They don't lose money.
Nope.
You feel me? Like, even if bad news come out, they still make money.
Yep. And they pay a 2% dividend.
It's what the fuck is who behind McDonald's? What type of mafia niggas behind that?
Yo, the mob is behind McDonald's, bro.
It's the mob.
It is the McDonald's mob coming with the red hats with the M on it.
And how you have two McDonald's on one block, kid? Huh?
On the same block, they're not even competing. They both eating. But McDonald's got a lawsuit coming down on it, so I always be careful with McDonald's because I heard I forget his name. This is a black billionaire. He was on CNBC yesterday, but he was talking about how they're bringing up discrimination lawsuits against McDonald's, like a lot of black franchise owners, and then owners of the McDonald's, how they're not getting the same kind of treatment from the corporation, how they get like these racial undertone emails from corporate and all this kind of stuff. And they got a recording of the CEO saying some real racist shit. And you know when that shit comes out, that's it. Cancel culture too hard now. They're gonna have to fire him. so they about to bring this case down on McDonald's. So that case is gonna come down. You're gonna start hearing more about it towards the end of this year.
Yeah. They don't play about that racist shit, boy.
No.
That's one thing.
So they said he was on a conference call saying some crazy shit. And when you think about it, who is one of the highest consumers of McDonald's? It's probably our culture. Yep. Bruh. Meta. That's another train we missed. I missed the Meta train. I should have definitely jumped on that. When everybody was shitting on it, I'm like, I know they're going to come back. I I don't know exactly when. I just knew they were going to come back.
I was looking at that thing too. I was like, damn, my baby, man. Overnight, they fill up the gap, man.
Overnight, bro. Facebook went down to $90, bro. They had $240 now. They were at $90, and that was in November last year. Let's even go to recently. Let's go to January this year. The beginning of this year, January, they were at $130, man. That would have been a great play.
Hell yeah, that's a great play.
You could have played call options on them every day from January 23rd to now, and you would have won on pretty much almost all your days. That's crazy. You could just play the call, swung it every week, and been winning. Damn. Meta came back.
Yeah. That's why we gotta watch out for these levels for next time. There's always gonna be next time.
Yeah, there is. You're right. I'm gonna put some more levels. I gotta add some higher levels in for them now because how high they pushing up. But they were in the 300s before. I just didn't have levels on them up there. But now I'm gonna put some levels in on Meta. Some weekly levels. Yeah, I'm put some weekly levels in on them. Fed Powell comes on at 2:30 today.
Oh man, that's when everybody gonna come and trade, boy. I gotta see what's up with that. I'm gonna see if I can get some levels for what's that shit? Not SPY, but the other one. That everybody be trading, that SPW.
SPX.
Yeah, SPX.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can get some cheap levels. They said, man, that's when Powell speaks. That's when shit be going crazy over there.
Yeah. It goes real crazy when Powell talks. So.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. I seen niggas turn $40 into like $1,000
off of Powell talking. Yeah, seriously, bro. Off of Powell talking, seriously.
Powell be fucking up the market, bro.
He really do. He know he do too.
He know. I think make sure he work them shit right, man.
I just need SPY to keep on pushing down. Let's see. It has a Caleb zone at this 410.36 level, 410.40 level, and I got a 410.66 level. So if it breaks down below 410.66, if it breaks down this little Caleb zone in my zone area, oh, that's where that's when we're gonna tank. We're gonna see 408 again. Come on, let's go. Bleed out, bleed out.
What is that now?
At 410.80. Yeah, it's bleeding.
Yeah, that's gonna bounce off that. I think yesterday it bounced off that what? Oh, I think 408.
Yeah, it didn't bounce until it got down to 408.80. That's where it started to slow down.
I hope it ain't going back down to 408 again.
Shit, go back down to 408. Go back down to 408, man. I'm in the put. I want to go to 408. Ride that shit back down. And then I'll get out and I'll wait for Powell to talk.
Right. You probably don't have that trade tomorrow.
Oh, these puts is up 40%. I think I gotta sell, bro. I gotta shed one here. What's the momentum looking like? What are we looking like on volume? Okay, yeah, that volume to the downside is picking up. I'm gonna give it a little second. Let's give it a second. Let's see. We're about to have, yeah. I'm noticing when you got 3 15-minute candlesticks the same color, like if you got 3 bullish ones back to back to back, the 4th candlestick is usually the biggest move. So like we got 3 red 15-minute candlesticks right now. This is the 4th one.
Yeah.
This is gonna create the biggest like push. Like yesterday we had 1, 2, 3 red candlesticks.
Like the plus sign?
The what?
What if you thinking like the plus sign?
Not even just that. It's just the same. The fact that it got 3 in a row. If you got 3 candlesticks in a row pushing up or down, that's a very strong sign for that direction. So that by the time the 4th candlestick opens, so if the 3rd candlestick closes all bearish and we got 3 bearish candlesticks, the 4th candlestick is probably going to be the one that pushes down the heaviest before you start to get a slowdown in that direction. So like yesterday we had 3 red candlesticks and the 4th one broke us down all the way down to 410. The 5th one came in, 6th one, then the 7th one, and slowed down. So you're not going to get too many of the same color candlesticks in a row. Like you're going to get a green one in there mixed in if you got too many bearish ones. But they say by after the 3rd one, the 4th one is probably the best candlestick.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, yeah, I let one go for 38%, man. I'm holding on to this other runner though. Let's see. But that Caleb zone, I don't know if you use the Caleb zones. You got to put that in your trading view, bro, because those Caleb zones is crucial. That shit let you know where a bounce is going to happen. And if you break through that zone, then you definitely going down or up. Like, you're going to push heavy. So right now, we bouncing off of the bottom Caleb zone. So we bouncing off my 410.66 level, and that Caleb zone starts at 410.50. So it's going to face heavy support there. But on that upward push, I knew we was going to face resistance at 412.16, 412.05 because the Caleb zone is in that area. So it's before my level at 413.05, which was good for me to see. Because normally I probably would have stuck it in there, try to stay with that call, thinking that, oh, we didn't even touch the level yet. But the Caleb zone let me know, like, nah, bruh. There's a lot of orders that come in at this price. You want to get out before we get in here. Now I was trying to produce a bottom wick. You see, now I was trying to buy. I'm glad I sold, boy. I got the hell up out of there.
Gotta go.
Yeah, this chop is something else. If it can't break a new high in this candlestick, though, that could have been a pump fake. Was it 1051? Oh, yeah. And that was the close out.
I forgot I had one on people, too.
Yeah, I be doing that sometimes, too, bro. I'm not going to lie. I do that sometimes, too. I got my Robinhood, my smaller account, my Webull. So I always pay attention to the Webull more, and I be forgetting, like, oh, shit, I got that same trade on Robinhood.
Now I got to wait that shit to be on the upside. I'm on 16%, but it's like I need to exit more.
You need that 30%. My man want that 30.
Right? So that means
Stop playing with me. But yeah, this is the play of the day. I'm gonna ride some puts. We're gonna come back for FOMC decision. Let's see how that announced. Yeah, I'm gonna rock out with the SPY puts for right now until FOMC. I'm probably staying these. I'm not gonna stay in these too long. Probably give it to like 12. See how we're looking by then, and then get out of there.
he already crossed those for the upside, so I don't know.
What do you mean?
Like for SPY.
On what? On what chart?
On the upside.
On what chart you looking at?
I'm on the 1 minute.
Oh yeah, nah. I ain't. That's what I said. I said, what chart are you looking at?
I go to the 1 minute, to the 5 minutes. The 5 minutes is crossing down.
Right.
Then I look on the 15. That's how I be doing it.
Yeah, I look at the hour. The hourly is getting weaker. The 4 hours in weakness. The daily is in heavy weakness, and the weekly is showing weaker. So that's what makes me comfortable with puts. Right here. Wow, my order still ain't execute. This is crazy. They just made me miss out on a whole 10%. That's crazy.
I be deleting it, going right back in.
It just made me miss out on a whole 10% in this trade. That's crazy. Alright, we in here. Let's see. I just want to see 410.05 break. If we could break out of 410, we're going back to 408. If we can't break 410.05, then we may find support there all the way to Fed speech time. So that's what I'm looking out for. That's what I'm keeping my eyes out for. Let me see anybody comment in the studio. Nah, okay. Oh shit. Let's go back to these charts I was going through. Facebook. Microsoft. Let me go to the daily. I don't want to look at the weekly. It's too much information. Microsoft is in the gap up from 290. They gapped up from 280. So Microsoft could potentially pull back to the 290 range and that not be crazy. Because that was a gap up. I respect the gaps, man. I see gaps. I'm like,
Yeah, I do respect the gap.
You're gonna have to be filled. Like, I'm not saying that you're gonna go bearish, but I'm saying you're gonna at least fill that gap back down before you take off. Like, really take off. MicroStrategy. MicroStrategies at 310. I like MicroStrategy because they're heavy in the Bitcoin investment. That's another way to get exposure to Bitcoin is through them. Netflix at 320. Netflix is coming into strength on the daily. Well, it's been going back and forth. It's been pretty choppy since. It's been hella choppy since April 19th. Netflix has been sideways since then. You would have made no money in Netflix. You know what's crazy? I'm not gonna lie. You can make money in a sideways market, but you gotta be a seller of option contracts. You can't be a buyer. You gotta be able to sell contracts. You gotta have enough capital to do that. Then you can make money from sideways moves. Because a sideways move for you, if you sell a call or a put, that's good because as long as it doesn't go below your price or above your price, you're not gonna be forced to sell your contracts. So if you selling contracts, you lock in a premium amount in advance. So that's the main difference. Like if you sell a contract, you're locking in that on this contract I'm only gonna make $2,000. But I'm locking in this $2,000 as long as Netflix doesn't go above $360 and it's at $320. As long as Netflix doesn't jump above $360 in the next week, I'm locking in $2,000. That's how selling side works, you know? So it's a safer play. You could play this as long as the stock doesn't take any crazy rips or jumps on you, and you know no earnings or anything around. That's the best time to play it. Like this last week or since April 20th, April 19th to now, you could have made you could have executed a few contracts like that on Netflix and made some good premiums. But you got to have capital to sell contracts. You got to have that money.
Yeah.
You could do it with smaller.
Super micro computer. They up $23 on a day right now. Up 22%.
Who was it called?
Super micro computer.
Super micro computer. What's the symbol? SNMI.
SMCI.
Oh, CI. Okay, I got it. Okay, I see it. Let's see what they're about. What do they do? Engages in distribution and manufacture of information technology solutions, IT solutions, and other computer products. Their products includes Twin Solutions, MP servers, GPU, co-processor, micro cloud, AMD solutions, power supplies, super server. Okay, so they do a lot of server management, it looks like.
Yeah. Tornado on.
They've been up heavy over the last year.
All these little Asian stocks be popping, bro. There's an Asian dude that own that shit.
Yeah, they missed their last earnings last quarter, but their earnings just came out. They just came out with earnings. They missed on earnings, and they still went up.
Yep. That Asian know what he doing over there.
They missed on earnings. Crazy. They must have good future guidance or something like that, probably.
That Asian knows something, boy.
Let me add them to the AI plays list. Added them to the AI plays. Where we at, Spy? What we doing, Spy? All right, we still pump faking around here. Last candlestick, 84,000. Oh yeah, we picking up momentum to the downside. Let's go. Let's keep it rolling. I'll take a bathroom break. I'll be right back.
Of course, no people. The tundra is on its way. Let's see it.
I'm an emotional roller coaster. Where high so high I could put bowl on a poster. But when the bread get low, like 4 loaves in a toaster. Oh, the shoulders can't get cold as 10 toes in Nova Scotia. Some days I hold a grudge, some days I hold a ghoster. Some days I just ghost her. Some days I'm supposed to. The crib feel like a gunfight, but them strollers, that's the holster. We can make amends over old memes and mimosas. My mama know I ain't make my bed, but I'm a lay in it. Whether it's sandpaper, suede linen, whether I'm alone, a Creole lady, mama laid in it. The same pajamas I was afraid in. I boogie man slave. My blankets conceal my blade in it. Emotional seesaw with 2 fat motherfuckers with strong knees and free fall. It's cloudy with a chance of meatballs. I check the weather. I gave all my vices a call. Let's get together to talk about the highs and lows, the ups and downs. The friends that I had to hide to come around. They told me that I knew you always come around. Come around, come around, come around, come around. To work out the highs and lows, the ups and downs. No need to hide, the skies is coming down. Go and get high, I promise you're coming down. Coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down. Keep your eyes on the road. And you feel your back's on the road. You gotta take the highs with the lows. Gotta take the highs with the lows. You're lost and you're running out of hope. Looking for the best way to cope. Know we all been there before. Gotta take the highs with the lows. I was feeling lifeless, I had to cut my vices. Now the feeling that I feel is priceless. And the spirit want me to be righteous, but I know I might just relapse, accepting these devices. Got so used to feedback, I couldn't tell what mine is. Sometimes all the outside noise just really blinds us.
Alright, I'm back. Where we at?
The best things in life on the opposite side of fear. I swear I see it clear.
Let's go. Spy puts is up 50% here. Let's go. The runner is the new position I opened. We only have 5% on those. The first position is up 55%. The second position is only going to start banking big if we break below 410. If we could break 410, then I'll start banking. Where we at here? 11:04. So we in the first 5 minutes of this candlestick. Yeah, this candlestick has to close below 410.66. I'll settle for that on this candlestick. I have to be careful when playing music while I'm streaming because they be blocking some of my videos for licensing purposes. Yeah, if I play it, like some artists are cool with it. They'll tell you, like on YouTube, they'll tell you like, oh, these songs are okay. Like this artist is okay letting people play their song. And some artists, and it was crazy because the song, like the big name artists mostly are okay with it. It was some small artists that I must have played on my playlist at some point, and they was like, nah, we don't want you playing our shit.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I understand. I feel you. Respect. Alright, let's go.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie though. I'm about to go watch the car right now. If anything, I'm gonna check in later.
Yeah, I'm hop back on for let's be back on by like 2 o'clock. Yeah, like 2 o'clock. Cause Powell will come on and talk at 2:30, so I'll be back on by like 2. Alright, bro. Appreciate you sliding.
Ain't no pressure.
Yo. All right, Twitter space closed out for the now. We are going to take a break, and we will resume. Actually, we'll pick up here tomorrow. We'll see what Fed says. We all know I'm in puts right now, which looks beautiful. We have 50%. We need this zone right here to break. If we break this zone, that trade will go up probably 70+%. And the new position we enter should be up about 30% here. And the exit point I'm looking to get out by is where I see it find the most support before this zone, which is right here at this level. You see how we got a touch right here. It broke down, but it found consolidation right here in this range. So this is the range I want to get out at. I want to get out here because the candlesticks touch 1, 2, 3 times in this range. So you're looking at 409.17 as the definite take profit. Do not want to hold much longer than that. That's when you get into greed. If you hold past that, you have entered into the space of unlogical greed, where you're not holding because of any specific level that you're looking for. You're just holding because it's going down. And you have no particular area to sell at. When you have no particular sell point, you've entered greed. Usually that's what you do with runner contracts or contracts that you are absolutely okay with going to 0%. If it goes that way, it's pretty much your gamble plays. But if you're already sold out on the contract and you were up on like 40% and you hold on to one contract, those are the contracts you could hold past this point because they're gamble plays for you, you know. You don't want to lose out all the money, of course, but you could hold past this point because it's like, well, it's just a runner. So even if it retraces, you're not really losing anything. You're just losing all the extra gains you had, which you don't really want to do. So I suggest stopping out in a point of consolidation. Always find your take profit zone. You always have to have a take profit price, even if it goes through your price. You could readjust then, but I will suggest sticking with your original take profit for at least a contract. If you have multiple option contracts, stick to your profit, take profit for at least half of them. And then the other half, you could readjust your goals if there's heavy momentum pushing down and you're like, you know, I don't want to miss out on all of this profit. I could understand that. But please stay disciplined to take profits and stop losses. That is the best way to succeed in this market. I learned that the hard way. I'm trying to impress it upon you so you don't have to learn the hard way, because learning the hard way is not fun. Trust me. Builds up a lot of anxiety, and it will probably make you not want to trade. The average person will probably not want to trade anymore after they encounter some of the losses that you take from not having these rules in place. So stick to your rules, stick to your take profits. Mine for my second entry and the runner that I have left is going to be, I'm going to set it, leave a little bit higher than 409.12. I'm going to set mine right here at 409.30. This is going to be my take profit price. All right, so we may hit that on this candlestick because look at the momentum down. But even if we do, I'm still out. I made my gains for the day. I'm happy. And we will wait for 2:30 when Jerome Powell will be speaking, and we will see what the interest rate hikes hold for us. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining. Remember, follow, subscribe, share with your friends, comment, and comment any questions you may have. Always go back through the comments, and I'll make sure to respond and answer some questions. If you don't understand anything I was talking about, feel free to ask. That's what I'm here for. And let's make some money. All right.